They warn me about the library. Not directly, not with signs or letters. Just hushed comments, exchanged glances, and a very specific instruction written at the bottom of the staff agreement. Under no circumstances should staff remain inside the library past 12 a.m. No reasons given. No elaboration. Just that, and I didn't listen. The Grayston Public Library was beautiful, old, grand, and strange. Stained glass windows lined the walls like forgotten church panels, and every corner creaked like it remembered too much. Most of the staff were elderly, kind, but cautious. They left at dusk, almost religiously, locking everything behind them. I was new, a part-time night shelver, hired to help organize a massive donation of rare books. My shift started at 8 p.m. and ended strictly at 11:30. The rule was to be out by midnight. Always. But that night, I lost track of time. I was sorting a heavy, dust-covered volume in the special collections room, a part of the library most patrons didn't even know existed. The books there weren't in the system. They had no barcodes. Their pages were yellowed, written in languages I didn't recognize. Some felt wrong to touch. I reached for a thick black book at the very top of the shelf, no title on the spine, no markings, when the grandfather clock struck 12, and the lights went out. The library fell into a silence so deep it made my ears ring. I pulled out my phone, but it was dead, not low battery dead, completely black. The emergency lights didn't flicker on, no exit signs, no humming from vents or bulbs, just stillness. And then the whispers started. At first, they came from the hallway, soft, repeating, not words, more like murmurs, like a prayer spoken by someone half asleep. I told myself it was just the wind slipping through the windows, until the books began to move, not full, shift, as if something behind the shelves was brushing against them. I stepped back. My foot hit something soft. I looked down. A book lay open at my feet. Its pages were empty. And then words began to form, written in real time, letter by letter, in ink that shimmered like oil. You shouldn't be here. I slammed it shut and ran. The hallway had changed. It stretched longer than it should. The carpet was darker now, the paintings on the wall different, unfamiliar faces with no eyes. Just smooth, pale skin where the socket should be. I passed the reading room and froze. Someone was sitting in one of the armchairs, not reading, not moving, just watching. Only there were no eyes, just a featureless face, tilted slightly, as if curious. Its hand held an open book, and as I stared, the book snapped shut, loud and final. I turned and fled into the archives. I thought if I made it to the back door, I could find a way out. But the archives were wrong too. Rows of filing cabinets now stretched upward like towers. The air was colder. My breath hung in front of me, swirling unnaturally in perfect circles. And then came the laughter. High-pitched, childlike, echoing. I turned, and there she was, a little girl, maybe 8, in an old-fashioned dress, her feet bare, her hair soaked. She stared at me with eyes too large, too black, and mouthed something I couldn't hear. Then, suddenly, she screamed. It wasn't a child's voice. It was 1,000 voices at once. The cabinets burst open, papers flying like wings, pages flapping, slashing across my arms like blades. I stumbled backward, shielding my face. The lights flickered once, then all went dark again. Conclusion. When I woke up, I was lying in the main lobby. The sun was rising through the stained glass. Everything looked normal. The clock read 6 a.m. My phone still dead. My arms bore faint, paper cut like scratches, already fading. The front door was unlocked. Outside, the world went on. Coffee shops opened. Cars passed. Birds chirped. I never went back. But sometimes I still dream about that girl. Her mouth moving. Her scream like a tidal wave of memory. Last week, a package arrived at my apartment. No return address. Inside was a book, the same one from the special collections room. Its pages were still blank, except for one, in the center. Now you read too much.